What about now? Did I fix it? Yes! Hello, folks, and welcome to the stream. My name is Mike D'Angelo, aka That Tellest Guy. Yeah, I think what happened was I had the Blue Yeti turned off because I didn't want just fan sounds in the background when we were doing the audio yesterday. It's a little bit of a late start today just because it's been a busy day. I'm tired. Wasn't sure. Excuse me. Wasn't sure if I was actually going to do the stream today. But I figured it was better to start late than never, so here we is. So you can see I did a little bit of work leading up to going live. I don't know how long we're going to go today, but at the very least, we've got a little bit that we can do to this map. We're going to shuffle some of this stuff around. We have like the lava cracks that we had before, but we're going to have to make some adjustments as we go. I want to try and connect these two pieces a little nicer, and that's pretty good there. And then what we'll probably end up doing is having a nice little lava puddle here or whatever. Can't go too far with it, so right there is a good spot. Let's keep on moving things around. Grab another one of these. That's the sound of the sleepy Michael. I think that's that one, right? Same thing right there. Yep, so let's try and use perhaps this guy. This one will be a nice fit, mayhaps. Yeah, I like that. And we'll do this one next. Actually kind of fits in nice with the way that we previously had it. Let's go with one of these ones. Is that the same darn thing? No, it's not. Something like that. And let's scooch this guy over for now. I feel as though... scooch me. I feel as though it's in the way. That little guy up there. We do. I think this is a nice fit either way. Scooch it down. Maybe go halfway with it, something like so. And then one more of these guys, perhaps. Save some of this though. Oh, we don't need the path anymore. So that thing that I was grabbing doesn't need to be there anymore. Let's do a save real quick. 33 is not a lot, but as sleepy as I am today, you never know how that's going to go. Let's do a real quick look at our Quantum Quest stuff. Maybe, perhaps. Now that our Twitch channel has reached affiliate status, we can start to do some really cool things. One of them is inviting you to play our tabletop dungeon diving game, Quantum Quest. Using our channel points, called Quest Coins, you can queue up for one of our forthcoming Tabletop Thursday games. In addition, as we amass more followers, we'll continue to add new ways for you to use your Quest Coins. Join us and see if you can escape the living dungeon. Okay, throwing a few more of these lava cracks into place so that it looks a little bit more like it's connecting into the top area up here. And we might do some like top layer stuff as well. Let's scooch this up here. And see, like you're not doing too much right there, but we can do these little lava cracks, and then let's try and do something a little bit different here. Let's make the texture scale a decent amount bigger. Gotta go a little bit heavier than that. And we're going to move the horizontal offset and the vertical offset a little bit more to the right. Let's do 13.5. There we go. Alright, and then so we'll do that, and can we do a color shift to make it a little bit darker? And saturation up. And that way it looks like those kind of connect a little bit. Let's see if do anything with the hue. I feel like that bright yellow we're not going to really be able to do too much about, but let's step it back, and let's try and make it darker again. And everything's still looking right as far as the placement goes. Go back to the color, maybe do a different contrast. What we could do instead is move the horizontal offset a little bit more, and we'll go something like that instead, so we've got more of the red than the yellow. Okay. Looks like it's dripping down a little bit, and then can we do anything over here? Is it going to pick anything up? A little bit over here. We'll just leave it simple like that for now. I don't think that we're able to flatten this anywhere. Well, I mean, maybe that doesn't look too bad. And then if we grab the gray layer that we've been playing with a little bit, and go back to the foreground, and we can kind of go over that color that we didn't like before. See if we like it. I don't know necessarily that we will, but we can test it out. Worst case scenario, maybe it'll look a little bit better blended. Yeah, I actually don't hate it so much. I kind of think that it blends in nicer for sure. And you can kind of say that the color that you're seeing on the edges there is because the lava is shining on it. So I kind of like the way that looks. Now over here, I don't know. We might be into the same problem. Let's try and flatten this one to the foreground as well. You get a little bit of that kind of stuff coming through, but I think we can do a couple passes of that, and it looks kind of clean. Something like that as well, and then obviously we know that we need to do those edges again. I don't think it looks bad. It's cool. It looks dynamic because it's coming from two different places. Over here, let's see if we can't do more of what we were doing before, so we'll go back to top layer and then go to our placement, and let's do almost there. Oh, going crazy. Okay, maybe 6, maybe 3. All right, 3, and then let's do -4. Let's try 11. See if I can make this look okay. Oh, I just realized, oh, no, I'm on the top layer. It's as it should be. Let's actually go a little brighter. And let's do placement. I'm going to try and get a little bit of that yellow in there. Oh, there we go. Okay, I like that. Let's go do the brightness one more time. We'll brighten it up a little bit. One more pass. I think that looks cool. I think it looks nice. We do realize, though, that we have to go and do the same thing over here with the foreground. So we'll flatten that to the foreground. Go back into this brush setting here. It's not looking too shabby, to be perfectly honest. I was super worried about the way that this map was going to turn out, because I've never done too much of the lava stuff or anything like that, and I think we managed to find something that looks kind of cool. Alright, so we have to figure out something else. Like, this is all set dressing, so we definitely have to figure out like something else to do up here as well as a way to get up here, because it shouldn't just be something that blocks the players. I mean, it could be. It very well could be. But we want a little bit more. We got the bridge. We've got whatever we'll put up here. Maybe we can do a little point of interest down here, and then maybe something up here in this general area. Let's do another save, and what we'll do is we'll head over to our sponsors. And now, a word from our sponsors. A spectacular whirlwind adventure that mystifies as much as it enthralls readers, Raymond Dwayne's Quinine is the sort of epic fantasy that most people would have a hard time dreaming of. Yet, the author has done much with this universe, establishing foundational pieces of rich lore, religious history and prophecy, and wrapping it all together in a package that makes it feel like some of the best pulp fantasy of yesteryear. Indeed, there is a way that Quinine is presented that makes it feel as though this hero has been around for decades. Despite the classic feel, though, it is also wild in its imagination, with blended species bringing a sense of alien majesty to the world, which just so happens to be the massive hand of the goddess. If you'd like to learn more, head over to the Tellest website, where you'll be able to find our promotion for Quinine by Raymond Dwayne. Take elements of a treasure-hunting road trip, foreboding dark magic, and swashbuckling adventures on the high seas, and you've got a recipe for David Smith's debut historical fantasy, Raise the Flag. With prose that will immerse readers and an alternate history of pirate escapades ripe for exploring, this book is captivating throughout. A great cast of characters and enjoyable settings round out the components necessary to make this an addicting read. And though it's presented as a standalone adventure, there are enough ways forward to create a sprawling world of additional pirate tales. If that has piqued your interest, don't wait. Check out our promotion for David Smith's entertaining story, Raise the Flag, on Tellest today. Author Kane Soke delivers a stunning and swift dark fantasy with his debut, Gore. The titular hero is, at once, in a world that is overwhelmed by evil, but also the only one who could possibly stand against the demonic onslaught. Soke isn't afraid to really throw everything he's got at his hero, and the book has more than enough blood and grit to show for it. But there's a method to the author's madness. Dark and dreary as they may be, the scenes are written beautifully. As rough as the world is, the dialogue is chosen with care and delivered as witty and fun repartee. It's a quick read, perfect for unwinding over the weekend. If you've been looking for a dark fantasy with tons of spectacle that feels like a fun treat, don't wait. Check out our promo for Gore by Kane Soke on the Tellest website. Alrighty, thank you for listening to our sponsors. They definitely help to keep the lights on. I figured while we were doing those sponsorship things, what we could do is come back over here and maybe do a little bit of stuff on the northwest side of the map. So we would put together some terrain stuff over here. probably not as complex or busy or anything like that. We'll have it go off the map, so that if we do decide to do something like one west of here, we can. We've got this one over here. You know what we'll do? Here's what we're going to do. And we'll make sure these guys are connected a little bit. And that way, when you do get to the other map, there's something already there in place so that you don't have to worry about lining it up again later or anything like that. Let's do... I'll tell you what, since we're already here, let's keep doing it. Let's go to... I don't know how well this is going to look, but we're going to try and do a little bit more. I've already kind of done that piece. Let's try and do this one. We've already got that long one over there, so let's do this one instead. And hopefully I can figure that out on the next one over, but we got some terrain over here and up here now. Let's do another save. It's not going to take a long time. And after this, we're going to go into our stamp settings and try and figure out like what our options are for some of these points of interest. So let's go to, God bless you. That might have been a doggy sneeze. Oh, that was a Rihanna sneeze. God bless you. Let's see what we got. Spiky metal walls, broken spiky metal walls. These are for buildings and stuff like that. We've got a lava duct cap. No, none of those. Hell bridges would be cool if we were doing like an infernal realm or something like that. I don't want to do crystals or anything. These lava pools might not be terrible. I might have been able to use them instead of these, but and actually they line up a lot nicer with the flames. But I'm happy with what we got. So we won't do any of those here. We might do them in another place in the furnace, because at least at that point it'll look a little bit more varied. Let's see, we've got a sarcophagus, we've got hell shields. Again, these are very demonic, but not necessarily like what I would use for a volcanic region or anything like that. The dragon egg might not be too shabby though. Maybe what we could do... Giant dragon egg! Yeah, you know what? If I was going to do this, I would save it for another, like, the whole point of the map would be that it's a dragon's nest in the furnace. So that would be kind of fun. And in fact, we even have some, you know what, though, I do want to play with this real quick just because I want to see some color shifts on this. Oh, yes. Green. Alright, let's keep looking at our hell stuff. Bone tables. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything here that we're going to be able to use for this. Maybe later. But let's see what else we can do. We got jungle stuff, market stuff, work stuff. Alright, I feel like our terrain is our next best hope, and there's not really a lot there. Let's shift gears as I ponder what to do in this zone. And let's do those islands that we were talking about. So let's do some small-ish kind of island that we're going to do. And let's try that fill tool. Dink. And let's go and get maybe some obsidian. Oop, I'm in the stamps and I need to be in the brushes. Nope, texture. I'm in the right place there. Let's see, we've got shadow and we've got obsidian cross hatching. Let's try the obsidian here. We gotta go all the way. I'm on the top layer and I need to be on the foreground. I think that looks okay. Actually, real quick, let's try a little something. I kind of like that. Adds a little bit to what you're seeing. It's subtle, but I know it's there. And let's see if we go to the color. Let's see if we can do a little bit of shadow under here, just the tiniest little bit. Oh, it needs to be on the background anyway. It's not really, you wouldn't really have a shadow there, but it helps to give the illusion of depth. So I'm all about that. And then let's go back to our foreground. Let's go back to our texture. And we're going to go and grab some little guys here and throw that onto this little island if we can. If it even is in the right place. Let's do 30. And let's move. Okay, and can we do a little bit of a regular, just the tiniest smidge over here on the edges. Brighten this up a little bit. Now, if I don't like that, what I can do is move that area. And, oop. See, that is the one bad thing, and I was not aware of that. Yeah, that's rotten. Rotten. I lose the effects, everything that I put there. It is nice that you get to move the shape and whatever, but it's not always what you're looking for. I'll tell you what, I don't super love that right now, so let's do mask one more time and we're going to subtract that out. Because if I really want to go nuts, we should be able to do like a rock or something there. Instead, let's try and grab one of these guys. Don't know why I made so many of them. No shadow. And something like that. Let's keep on grabbing some of these. Super shrink that down. way we've got a little bit of like momentum in here and stuff like that. Let's do a little bit of... See, that's tough because we want to make sure that they're floating. You're not going to really be able to see a transparent layer or anything like that. What we could do is flatten it to the background and then go over top of the edges. Something like that. Again, the lava itself probably needs a little bit of work. Let's leave it at that for now. Throw a save. I'll tell you what, we'll do, it'll be an abbreviated episode tonight since I was feeling a little out of it. Let's go to our another audio problem. My bad. So folks, on the screen right now you should see all the places that you can find Tellest on the internet. Tellest.com, great first place to start. But we have a bunch of other sites that you can check out as well, including patreon.com/Tellest, where all of these maps eventually end up. And you can get them for like $2 a month if you want the high-res gridded and gridless, watermarkless versions of these maps. You can also go to our drive-through RPG. I need to throw that on here as well. You can also find physical versions of our maps on Tellest.Etsy.com. We have 63 of our maps up there now, with more coming every week. And we have a couple of other places that you can find some cool stuff for us. TikTok.com/@WeirdWitchWands is where you can find Rihanna's one-of-a-kind magic wands. TikTok.com/@TalesOfTellest is where you can find our doggy content. Luna is making a big splash the back half of this year, so go check her out. And then the last two places I'll bring your attention to, youtube.com/@WorldOfTellest is where these videos end up after they're dropped off of the Twitch platform, but twitch.tv/thattellestguy is the only place that you can come to chat with us live, to tell me when the audio is not working, that kind of stuff. But as I mentioned earlier, I'm winded today. We're going to take this opportunity to recoup, but in the meantime, I miss you.